Hello, this is a little demo on how to do a Vaughn 118 mission with just a little trick, I guess, in the Titan. So, selecting a asteroid mission, although I've done this with a moon or planet mission before, so it works, and I'll explain later. So we'll just take a little craft like this, because it's easier to maneuver. And then you take off, head over to your destination, and I'll be right back. So we arrived at the destination. There's a few ships around. I usually only go for the C2 or M2A because they have decent amount of cargo, and B, their cargo door is relatively easy to hit and to open up, and it's only one door. Some others need a couple more doors, and that's a little more tricky. So I'll pick this one first. That's Byron's ship here as an M2, and that's going to be actually our ultimate ship that we go for. At the end, it has a good amount of gold in it. It's the main reason I'm going for it. There's a few others around. There's another C2, M2 in the vicinity here, the Hammerhead. I'm basically going to go back to Byron's at the end. So basically, after I scanned everything and I finally decided, okay, Byron is the one, bring yourself behind him, go as close as you can. Sometimes you can even get close enough to just point your gun directly at that door through the shield, but only give it a good amount of hits on the cargo door until you see the door starts to open, and then get a good amount of distance in. Sometimes I'm even jumping away to collect myself and get everybody calmed down again. Then I head back and let's see how everybody else is looking. Back here, it looks like Byron is still running, so that's kind of unusual. Usually they door is open still, but he's doing a number of meters per second, so he's still moving. So I'm gonna take a little quick one because I mean, while he's moving, you need basically a mirage or something to get into his cargo bay. So I'll take another leave and see if he's decided to take a break. Okay, I'm back. Took a little break. I mean, was kind of trying to engage with the other one before, but now we are back. Brian is technically taking a break here, so I'm basically gonna go behind him, get out and board the ship. And the best way is basically just go in. So, to my earlier comment about doing this on the surface and not in the asteroid belt, if you're lucky, you can basically stick your nose of your Titan far enough into the cargo bay that you wouldn't fall down to the planet if the gravity catches you. So if you're in atmosphere and you have your nose pretty deep into the cargo bay, then you can basically jump right into the cargo bay and avoid falling down to the planet. So that has worked, and so I'm taking both of those modes, asteroid or planet. They both work, usually with the Titan. I've done this. So here we go, getting our fists ready, because we're gonna knock this guy off his seat. Therefore, we will not catch any, or only a level 1 crime stat, which is nice. So I'm trying to get this thing. And for some reason I got kind of trapped here, so it took me a little while to kind of get reinstated here. I mean, turning off the knuckles back on, and then I think finally I got him. The problem is, while you're doing this, I mean, you've been already attacked by the other ships in the fleet. So you got to do this relatively quickly, starting with the first punch. Once he's down, you can take over, and you see the shield's already under attack. So I'm taking a lead, jumping to anything that I have nearest, and then the first thing that is really funny is for some reason, I mean, he got back up, and he will basically stand right in front of you. So that was the first time that happened. Usually they they stay down. So basically that's what you see here. So this guy decided, okay, to sit on my lap for a little bit. I didn't care at this point, so I didn't want to get up or anything, so I kind of managed to make my way to Grimhex. They buy most of the things that were in, or actually all of them. So it was a little interesting to kind of get navigation going, so I couldn't use the map. I have to kind of find Grimhex myself here. Yeah, I'll talk to you when I get back to Grimhex. One thing to keep in mind, don't abort the mission until you have unloaded your cargo, because once the mission is aborted, I think the ship at some point just disappears under you, so you find yourself in open space. So don't abandon the mission until you're done. So I'll be right back. Here we get close to Grimhex. Since this guy is still standing in front of me, I'm kind of going in between external and internal view. To get back to the hangar, relatively calm today at Grimhex. Nobody is trying to attack. Open up a hangar down at the bottom, and yeah, unfortunately I can't see anything with this guy here, so doing it externally. Get in, park in a good angle to the cargo bay. I'm sorry, to the cargo elevator, and then just unload everything and have fun watching. everything is unloaded. That's always the tricky part. Make sure everything works well in the transfer. So everything seems to go well. I had no other cargo in my bay today, so I will show you the exact amount that we made with this. Everything is in, transferred. So we're gonna head up to the admin, trying to sell there. This ship is actually, since it's stolen, doesn't really show up in your fleet manager, so it's not yours. I can abandon the mission at this point. So, and typically if you sit here and watch, this ship will kind of disappear at some point. So head up to the admin and see what we made. Alright, we're running back to the admin here. We're starting at about 3.2 million on the account, 3.238, and here's everything that we brought in from that M2. So we have the quartz selling for 30k, which is nice. Probably not the most, but why not, since we had it. Then we have, what's that, Terranite, came out to 211, which is really nice. Let's see what's next. I think the iron, which is 15k, I guess. Okay, not too much for iron those days. I'll leave the gold for last. 183 for the neon, which is nice. Just this one box. And then the gold is like 465k. So all in all, we come out of this with 4.144. It's, I mean, a little over 900k for no crime stat. Relatively easy. You can do this with the Titan. Do this a couple of times a day, and then it's good. I'm pretty much aware that this is kind of using a little bit of a glitch where the ship gets stuck when you return. Yeah, you decide what you're going to do with it. Thanks for watching.